That's his first foul. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Charlotte. Kelly Oubre comes in for Ball. And the Bulls making a change also. Bradley's checked in. Here's Dosunmu. And again, Chicago. No good. Rozier kicks to Hayward. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Oubre, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago leading. Levine finds Vucevic. Now here's Dosunmu. Rozier defending. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Bridges with it. Now guarded by Bradley. And the rejection by Bradley. Bridges shot. Good.
Just so precise off the pass. I like how Bridges prepares himself to shoot as the ball is coming his way.
Out to DeRozan. Lets it go with the three. The Hornets pull it in.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Bridges passes to Oubre. Tries the spin move. Now here's Rozier. From deep. And it's Bradley with the rebound. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. DeRozan for three. Bridges with the board. Hornets leading by 3. Here's Rozier. And the rejection by Bradley. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Some changes for Charlotte. Richards is checked in. And Martin subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for the Bulls. Kobe White comes in for Dosunmu. To the inside. Here's Washington. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's getting around 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Trains the three-pointer.
Very comfortable off the bounce, and you can see why Kobe White was drafted so high.
Here's Richards, and he makes good on the layup.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's White. That shot, no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Martin wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3-ball.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the deep pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
Here's White. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Terrific play in the paint by Kobe White. Uses his athleticism to find a shot.
Rozier the pass to Richards. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Richards got his second bucket of the game to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
To the middle. And then Washington with the dunk.
Using good court recognition there. Rozier able to make the right play out of that pick and roll.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. I'll look at the field goal percentage numbers. And the step back, a shot that's become a staple for the league's top scorers. Case in point, Gordon Hayward among that group, and he does it so well.
I really like the step back move. Being at 6'8", I feel like I can use a little bit of my quickness to get an advantage and then step back and tall enough to shoot over some guys. So that's one of my moves.
One of many moves, Greg, but that probably is his signature move now.
Moves and counter moves. Hayward has a lot in his bag to keep defenders off balance.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
Their passing has been excellent here early. A lot of their baskets coming off an assist. That should set a great tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Oubre out there with Washington. Then there's Plumlee, then it's Ball, and it's Martin in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. McKinney, no good. Hornets leading by 7. Spins.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Charlotte making some changes. Miles Bridges comes in for P.J. Washington. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Oubre. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Bradley. Green comes in for Alfonso McKinney. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Troy Brown. And Levine subbed in for Thomas. Count the basket. Plumlee's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Outside, Levine. Here's Green. Passes it to Vucevic. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic a force around the rim.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved, and it's not just the athlete. It's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game. Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
White against Ball. Pass to Hayward. He takes it in, and Hayward with the stop.
Very effective off the bounce. Gordon Hayward doesn't care who's in his way.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's White. That shot off. Bridges with some nice defense.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Ball against DeRozan. Ball, the pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him. Now Green, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Here he goes. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Osumu, he is checked in for White. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling. Whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story. And the Hornets making a change here. Richards is checked in. Bridges kicks to Hayward. Here's Ball. Again, Ball missing.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
On the wing, DeRozan. Defended by Hayward. Bridges against Green. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Thursday, they'll tip off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Bulls trail by 5. DeRozan with it. A 23-point game for him in the win against Portland.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And there's the pass to Martin. Tries the spin move.
Bulls foul.
Tony Bradley's checked in for Chicago. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Green.
Bull substitution, Tony Bradley.
On defense, the Bulls. Defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Pass to Richards. And again, the Hornets missing.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Bean passes to Bradley. Out to DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Miles Bridges.
A sneaky move by DeRozan. Catches the defender leaning and draws the foul.
Shooting for Chicago, DeMar.
The first free throw is good.
And DeRozan, a free agent this past offseason, took his time to find the right fit in terms of who he would sign with, ultimately choosing Chicago in a big victory for the Bulls.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Washington's checked in for Bridges. Oubre comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Ball. Here's Richards, guarded by Bradley. Washington kicks to Oubre. As Rozier can't hit from in close. And so Brown will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 3. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. For Chicago, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Matt Thomas going to the line, shooting 2.
That's good from Thomas.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
To the wing right side. Rozier, the pass to Richards. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
To the left side wing. Pass to Brown. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Kicks it to Thomas. And again, Chicago. No good. Inside, here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Some solid defense from Rozier. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Charlotte up 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
24.
Thanks very much. Coach, a slow start for this team. What has to change as you work your way back?
Well, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well in the first quarter at all. Thank God we got to the free throw line some, which helped. But I think we could do a better job defensively. I thought we gave them too many baskets in around the rim. So we've got to do a better job turning up the paint.
We'll see if the defense picks up, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Greetings, Shaq Kenny and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings. You take a look at the Hornets. Guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And now let's take a look at our featured game tonight. At the half, an advantage for the Hornets.
I like what they've done on the glass. Boxing out, reacting quickly, playing with an aggressive
And that's it for the halftime show. Time to send you back to the game.
Shaq, stop doing the wave.
I can't stop. Kenny, look at the fans. Hey.
Come on, Kenny, catch the wave with us. Ooh, that's nice, Shaq.
Yeah, Ernie, you got a lot of rhythm, Ernie.
Very rhythmic.
Yes.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Taking a look at the Bulls. Vucevic is out there with Green. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Dosunmu in a point.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
LaVine passes to Green. Back to LaVine. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Love the aggressiveness of Zach. Tan off right there, forcing the D's hands once he's this close.
And, I mean, you tend to forget this about LaVine. I mean, he's still so young. You feel like he's been in the league forever.
The drive-by Ball. That one goes in. Ball's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Greg, I was just thinking about Zach LaVine and his age. He's just now in his mid to late 20s.
And he's grown so much since that rookie year. Excited to see what numbers he can put up as he gets ready to enter into his prime.
And the Hornets making a change here. Richards is checked in. Hornets leading by 5. And here is Ball. The shot from the low post is good. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside, Ball fires the 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Pass to Vucevic. Down low. Dosunmu. Not going to go that time. Hayward with some nice D. Rozier kicks to Hayward. Inside. Richards. Powered down with both hands.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
Bulls trail by 6. Dosunmu, the pass to Vucevic. On the wing, Green. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Ball driving to the basket. And Ball slams it in.
And a little bit of showmanship from Ball on that slam, displaying some athletic ability.
And it's DeRozan missing. Charlotte leading by 8. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And you look at the 2021 draft class, just some unbelievable talent at the top.
I mean, Cade Cunningham, for me, probably is the consensus best player. But, man, you got guys like Suggs and Green and Kuminga with that rare athleticism. And then how about Mobley? He really defines what a modern-day big is supposed to be. I mean, what more could you want? Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Buries it from three-point range.
And what a half for this offense. And if they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
White against Hayward. It's up a three. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Ball's got 6 rebounds in the game. The kick out to Rozier. Spins. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Bradley's checked in for Vucevic. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Green. Troy Brown's checked in for Levine. And Thomas subbed in for Dosunmu. Oubre outside. Back to Ball. Going inside. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
To the middle. Stolen by Washington. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And the rejection by Bradley. Here's White. It's tipped. Ball feeling it out a bit. Pass to Washington. And the layup is good. And that's now 20 points for LaMelo Ball.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
It's time for
Bridges is checked in for the Hornets. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Zach LaVine.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attacking.
Looking to end the run. Oubre pulls it in. Oubre's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Ball. Bridges sets the screen for Ball to the paint, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good creation by Ball off that pick and roll. He can find clever ways to beat the defense. And with LaMelo Ball, this team struck gold. Exactly what the Hornets needed. Great production and a face of the franchise type of talent.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up to the Charlotte Hornets. They led by as many as 18 points. There's a screen by Washington. The drive by Ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Greg, thinking about LaMelo and this team, he's got the fans here in Charlotte excited.
And Kevin, let's be honest here for a moment. The Hornets haven't had a lot of luck in the draft. Finally, they knocked one out of the park, and the fans are ecstatic.
It's White on the wing, covered by Martin. White goes in. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The kick out to Ball. And the Hornets miss again. Bulls trail by 17. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's McKinney. He's covered by Washington. McKinney, no good. Feeds it to Oubre. Bridges, no one around him. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Rozier, who's checked in for Ball. And the Bulls making a change also. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Alfonso McKinney. And taken away by Brown. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. And the third team foul.
20 seconds left to play in the third.
Blocking foul called on Terry Rozier.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
That's his first personal foul, 4th team foul.